Hey,
Hey, what's going on?
hey guys.
How are you?
Good,
Looking
good. How's it
casually
going?
relaxed.
Yeah, yes. This is as Kevin wanted to put it. It's not a meeting, so I didn't put my tuxedo tonight.
Very informal, yeah.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Yeah, I left my suit in the other room. So
Yeah, exactly. My bad, guys.
good,
How's everybody doing?
good. How's everybody going?
Not bad, not bad. Getting the pre ALDS shakes just a little bit, but excited, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried not to read too much baseball news or whatever the last couple days because I don't want to hear this and that or anything or whatever. And then I saw something on MLB tonight for a little bit, but the guy was like pro Rays, so that was good.
Okay, that's nice. It's 1 in 100, but when it happens, it does give you a smile for sure.
Yeah, it was good. I can't remember who he was though. He didn't look familiar to me. And then, but it was good to see that he was really big on Cash, giving him a lot of compliments. Yeah.
Are you sure that wasn't Kevin?
Who knows? Maybe it was Carlos Pena or
Yeah,
Cliff
right.
Floyd or somebody.
With
I don't know.
With a little mask. Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody played for the Rays.
He looked like an even older version of Dontrell Willis. that's what he looked like to me.
Maybe that was Cliff Floyd.
I don't know. Maybe I was like I didn't.
Was it today?
Yes, I saw it today, and then I saw it I think Friday or something too. They showed it. They showed the same clip twice, the same segment, and they were just talking about all the remaining games. And the guy was just talking about the Rays, and he just said how these guys will do basically whatever Cash tells them to do, but they're so well managed and blah. I mean, he was going on and on and on about Cash. So.
Oh my God, that does sound kind of like Cliff Floyd. Yeah.
It either could have been Cliff Floyd, Harold Reynolds, or Fran Charles, I think.
Oh, Fran is a big race guy. That's for sure.
Yeah. It wasn't Reynolds, and I know it wasn't Dontrell, and I cannot for the life of me picture Cliff Floyd, so I'm trying to remember. But he was he was bald, had a beard, and
that does sound that might actually be Cliff. Look at that. He always gives props to the Rays, and I love it.
Yeah.
Former Rays player. You got to give. He's got to give props where it's due. Yeah, I'm looking at the MLB Network personalities, and those are the only, I guess, 3 people that could look somewhat like
same.
Whoever was speaking, outside of maybe Pedro Martinez, but I doubt it was Pedro Martinez.
No, Pedro's.
Yeah. I see a lot of pale faces on this MLB Network personalities.
It's not.
It's definitely not Sean Casey or Eric Burns or somebody of that ilk. So
Burns, I never will forget that guy.
Yeah, even Carlos Pena looks a little bit less tan in his picture there.
Yeah.
Interesting. What's funny is they've got – I did not realize they had this many – I mean, I guess it is a 24-hour network, but they've got – I mean, it's a pretty – some of these guys I don't really know, but they've got 3 dozen personalities here. A lot of them are shows and things like that.
I forgot they got Buck Showalter a couple of weeks ago.
That's right, yeah.
Because they don't have no, it wasn't Girardi. Girardi was for ESPN, but they used to have a guy that just got a job managing, and so that's why they had to get Buck. I know that, but I don't remember who it was he replaced.
Oh, yeah. And then who was, one of them had Swisher and Burns. I think Burns does Fox, too, but Swisher, I think, might be just a special correspondent, Nick Swisher, but good Lord, I can't handle both of those guys on one screen together. It's too
I don't think anybody can.
Oh my God.
It's 5 minutes after, so we're just gonna give a little couple minutes here. For other peeps to join, but just casual conversation here. How do you like not having Morton start one? How do you feel about game 1 with going with Snell?
I think it's a good idea. I love some Charlie Morton, but he has been struggling in the last several starts, and it's understandable and everything, but you don't want to give the Yankees a chance to get hot right off the bat. Pardon the pun. And so I mean, Snell's been pretty solid lately. So I think going like Snell, Glass now, and then Morton is like the way to go. They're going to start Cole, and I don't think, have they said like who they're for? They only announced Cole.
Yeah.
I don't have
it's Cole, Tanaka, and then they don't know yet for game 3.
They said Tanaka was game 2 now.
I did an interview with one of the Yankees podcast, and they said that's who's going to do game 2. Game 3.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they have an idea. Happ or Garcia or somebody like that. But yeah, I like Snell. Hey, Snell showed in game 1 of the wild card why he deserves to be given the torch there. I mean, hey, there's only one pitcher that has a Cy Young on the Rays roster, and that is Blake Snell.
Yeah.
And he has been, I mean, look, with kind of the ups and downs of Charlie Morton this year and coming back from that shoulder issue or whatever it was. Yeah, I like how they've got it set up, quite frankly.
My only thing is if they, you're going to roll out Snell and then you're going to roll out Glass now, like when you get to Morton, we should be up 2-0. Like, right. Because what I'm worried about is it being 1-1, 0-2, and then Morton's got to be the catalyst that kind of turns everything around and gets things going. Right. And that makes me a little nervous because he's been so inconsistent. Yeah. So that would be my only drawback to I almost would be like, I'd rather go 0-1 and then bring out Snell and then bring out, Glasnow and all that stuff. But
so you like the Charlie Montoyo. So you like the Montoyo view, like, squeak by the game 1, hopefully with a W. If you don't, then you still have your Ryu then for game 2. And I mean, that's
like you're almost like accepting the Cole L there, basically. And like, okay, exactly. But we know if we've got Snell and Glass now game 2 or 3 or whatever. Okay. I understand that. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad. The thing for me is that, shit, man, I know he's an older guy, so maybe more rest is better for him. But you are putting him on I think his last game was against the Phillies on Saturday, right, Kevin? The 26th of September?
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, we didn't see him. Yeah, he's got a lot of rest, that's for sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He'll be on 10 days rest by the time that he pitches on game 3. So is that good for a 36-year-old? Hopefully. But we do know that he's kind of a field pitcher, right, with that curveball. Right. So if he doesn't have that feel with that curveball, what the hell does he have? Does he have a 95, 96 that he can throw, or is it going to be 93, 94?
Yeah.
That's scary.
Well, the thing, too, is, like, at least with with him, you're not going to worry about nerves because he's been there. So he knows, like, what to expect. I would think he would go in there and he wouldn't be nervous to jump in there. Plus, since these are neutral site games, no fans, anything like that, I don't think, because I would find it, even if I was a veteran, a little intimidating to walk into like Yankee Stadium, playoff game, all that. Those fans are insane, to put it nicely.
Yeah.
So it's there's none of that, and so I would think like the other parts of it would just be easy for him to like, hey, let me go out there, let me play my game, and then we'll just go from there. So
well, that might be kind of like what won Cash over, right? Maybe him saying, hey, this is the guy that has no nerves, right? He did game 3 with his back against the wall last year, and he got through it, the wild card game. So, I mean, this guy knows nerves. So if by worst case scenario, things are not looking great for game 3, then you've got your guy that's not going to break, break down in the first inning because, he walked a guy and there's a bloop, I think that might have been the final exclamation point, saying, you know what, Morton's my game 3. I'd rather go with the young guys, and I think they're 1 day plus on the rest too, because they pitched on the 29th.
Yeah, I think they finished. 4, yeah.
Each one has 1 more day rest. So
that means they can throw 150 pitches, right?
You betcha.
175. How high are we going?
Exactly. Yeah, 120.
What gives me confidence is that, if this does stretch out to a game 4 and game 5, which I think it certainly could, is that the Rays have the back end of the rotation in the bullpen
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if who are the Yankees throwing out for Game 4? Game 5. Game 5, they said maybe Garrett Cole on short rest, but we know the history of pitchers pitching on short rest, even a guy of Cole's caliber. So, yeah, I'm comfortable if you have to roll out Yarbrough and Fleming, or maybe you piece together a Fleming and Snell, we need an inning or two from you. Glasnow, maybe we need an inning. I guess not Glasnow or Morton, but maybe you're able to get a little bit from Snell or something on that Game 5 if it comes to that. But I think, I don't know. I'm pretty confident about this year's Rays group and team and what they've done so far this season. And
I think Cash said that he would consider, depending on his workload on the Game 1, he might be able to put some Blake Snell on the mound on Game 5, which would be kind of nice, to have like maybe an inning. You need that, shutdown inning in the fourth because – Fleming only gave you 3 or whatever. I don't know.
Right.
I do like the pitching, both rotation and bullpen, hell of a lot more than the Yankee one. I think the Yankee one just gets all the pomp and circumstance just because it's the pinstripes. But the talent, the results are there. The Rays are way better with the arms.
They're better all around too in their game. I think that's the difference. Is again people aren't bringing this up, but the defense factor too. And just the fact that the mixing and matching, I think Aaron Boone's gotten some criticism for how he's managed his team and managed his bullpen and working guys in and out. And I think that's where something, just that the fact that the Rays have more depth, I think, if this does come down to a 4 or 5 game series playing 5 straight games, I think, maybe the Rays get a little bit of an edge there. I'm pumped for it. I'm excited.
I'm pumped. He said 13 or 14 pitchers too. So you got to have 8
over under
8 or 9 bullpen in the bullpen. That's you could definitely have a nice bullpen day for Game 4.
Do we see Shane McClanahan? That's the question.
Oh, that's Melissa's boy.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, I think last year didn't the Astros have Garrett Cole pitched in the first game, and then they went to Game 5, and then he pitched in the 5th game, like on short rest, and that was the game that Tyler Glasnow was tipping, or I think, and so it's like if that matchup was to occur again, I think that would be pretty interesting. Like if he had Glasnow go on short rest, in Game 5, but I think. I think it says a lot that just about their bullpen depth. If it's like like we're gonna give you like short rest and then you'll be back out there like throwing another 90, 100 pitches maybe.
Yeah.
So versus having Snell going as like maybe like a bulk guy or something. Or,
see, that's where it gets. If you want the bulk guy in Game 5, then what? Snell pitches a good 80, 85 pitches maybe to kind of be fresh, quote unquote, Game 1, and then you can say you do a bullpen game for Game 4, and then like bullpen, like legit, like one guy per inning, boom, 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 and then Game 5, if you need it, then you have Fleming, Yarbrough, a bit of Blake. Okay, that's not that bad, but I don't know. Maybe 3 lefties is a little bit too much. Maybe you would throw one of those guys in Game 4 to provide some length. I don't know. It's gonna be fun. Kevin, I don't see. I went to Brian Hoke, I think is the beat writer for the Yankees, and 2 hours ago he says there's no Game 2 starter.
Oh. Well, maybe the guy that I did the podcast interview maybe he was just speculating. But I mean, if we had to guess, wouldn't we assume it's?
I would guess it's Tanaka.
That seems like
I would guess it's Tanaka. But
yeah, they were. So there was I can't remember that there was a lot of like people down on Hap and everything like that. So I can't. I mean, I almost think they would roll him out there early to get it over with.
Maybe they take that L.
We'll take the L here so we can fit. So we definitely can get the next game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You know that they're chalking Cole as a win. Like no matter what. But we've proven that he can lose to the Rays and get lit up. So but I mean, you're $400 or $400 million guy. You better produce. So, but it's the typical Yankees story. They've always notoriously had bad pitching. I would say, with the exception of the Andy Pettitte, Roger Clemens years,
right?
Where they were, that was a solid 1-2, and then you had Mariano. But they've always had trouble filling in those gaps. And I think this year it just seems worse. Because even Tanaka wasn't as consistent as he had been the last few years. He was really
hittable. Yeah. He was hittable for sure. And I think it's his last year of his contract. So will they renew it? I mean, I wouldn't do it if it was the Yankees. And it's really nice that the Rays got kind of the Cole monkey off their back this year because, again, he went 0-3 against the Rays. Right, Kevin? So, I mean, that I think speaks volumes not only in results, but also psychologically, which is what's most important for those guys when they're at the box, right? They're going to be like, "Nah, I hit a home run," says Choi, and Willie says, "I had a double down the line," or Kiermaier, I took him deep in Yankee Stadium. So I don't know. I think that is probably the best thing that the Rays have got going on is that they already beat Cole multiple times.
Yeah,
this year. That's right here.
Choi, believe it or not, is like a Cole killer.
Maybe what is it, 8 for 12?
It's crazy. And maybe, who knows, maybe if Meadows is feeling healthy enough, you slip him in as a lefty bat, see if he can do something. So there's a lot of options there. I think the psychological factor is huge on that. For sure.
Well, they said that Meadows was doing some BP, so that would be really nice to see him in the lineup. But if you put those two guys, which obviously with their numbers you want them in there, Choi and Meadows, but somebody's got to play the field. And are you going to give the field to somebody who has to cover the outfield in Meadows and then decrease your defense out there, or you go to first base and say, G-Man, you go stretch out that hamstring all the time because Willie can't fucking throw, to the chest,
Yeah. What I would say, I definitely would not put Meadows in the field. I mean, and there's no need for it really with the way those outfielders have been playing.
No.
Like,
you need to
it's
have
easy.
Fast.
Yeah. In that ballpark, A-Roz, Margot, and Kiermaier, you're done. That's the easy part, you would think. And I mean, Renfroe, even if you want to try to slip him in a spot that works to his favor. Like, he knows that ballpark. He's put up good numbers as far as, the defensive metrics there too. We know about Brett Phillips, what he can do defensively. Like, I would not, I mean, if we were to rank like outfielders defensively on the Rays, like Meadows is probably close to the bottom as far as range and things like that, right?
I want to measure. I don't have it with me. I don't know how long it would take me to get this.
Let me see if I can look it up.
Clint Frazier and Austin Meadows, their defensive metrics, because I would think Clint's awful.
Yeah.
But Austin is not great either. So I want to see. Yeah. Okay, so in 2020, Clint Frazier.
Clint likes to drop the ball.
He loves that.
He likes to drop the ball quite a bit.
Negative 0.3 this year. Last year, negative 8.8. Woof. Okay, so let's go with Austin. Negative 0.3. Austin. All right, not great, guys. This year, negative 3.0, and then last year, negative 10.3. Goosh. So Meadows is literally worse than Frazier, at least offensively war speaking, which is doesn't give us a lot of,
Yeah, and I don't want him as he's coming back from an oblique to try to be flying balls
sliding.
No. We want you to swing the bat. That's strictly it. Like, we don't even want you to run the bases, quite frankly. We'll use a term. We want you to hit a bomb. That's what we're looking for.
If you fuck up your oblique, it better be because you're doing you're swinging for the fences, not because you had to make a catch.
Yeah. Not as much as right.
As much as he struggled this season, let's keep this in perspective. Mike Zunino hit a home run and Hunter Renfroe hit a home run in the postseason thus far. So you would think Austin Meadows is due, right? Like, come on.
Something's got to give here. Yeah, right?
Blind squirrel found a nut.
Yeah. No, that actually surprised me. Wow. Clint Frazier.
Just give me some Seattle Zunino. Give me some Seattle Zunino. Just for the rest of the playoffs, and then after that, let him
10 more wins, right? That they need.
Yeah.
It's 10, 12 more wins.
Yeah.
Can he just go on a streak? Just a violent, crazy streak. Then we drop him. But just get us the championship, and it'd be fantastic.
Let him go crazy, then he can eat free at Ducky's for the rest of his life.
There we go.
Longoria says thank you. So
yeah, Stu can pay for it. He can foot the bill.
He can take out a loan for it.
Yeah,
we'll figure out a way. Should we get to my disastrous postseason bracket?
Oh man, let me get mine because mine was awful. Yeah.
I think yours must have been better than mine, though.
You think so? All right, let me get mine.
You guys had almost the same picks, so
yeah, that's true.
That's true.
For the Reds.
I went. I'm going to say this right now, and this is a teaser for tomorrow's show. I'm leaning towards picking the Marlins over the Braves.
Oh hell yeah! I'm going. Yes. I'm going Marlins, baby. Yeah.
I don't know. I had Braves early, so I think I'm going to stick with the Braves. But I went 6-2 in that first round, and it should have been 7-1. But I honestly I didn't expect the Cubs to lose, but they did. And then after I listened to your guys' picks on why they were going to lose, I was like, maybe I should change my pick. But I was like, no. But the one that I hate is that I went with the Twins, who have choked the majority of my baseball watching life. Yeah. And I'm just like, oh my God, why did I pick the Twins? But I really thought that this year they would have done a little bit more than what they did. And they just, I was so mad.
It definitely was disappointing.
What's funny is I didn't dive deep into the numbers with the Cubs-Marlins series, but the Cubs, they've got a lot of big names offensively, but everybody seemingly did horrible this year. There were so many guys batting Hunter Renfroe, Mike Zunino-esque numbers. Baez struggled, Schwarber struggled. There were a lot of guys that were just having difficulty for one reason or the other this season. I don't know. I like the Marlins, even though the Braves, they can hit for sure. They've got, I think they're definitely a more complete team, but in a 5-game series, get a couple. I'm rolling with Sixto Sanchez and
rolling with those arms, man.
Alcantara. Yeah. You go up 2-0. They just need that third game. That's it.
Yeah.
And their bats are hot. Their bats are hot and good.
They're clutch.
They have the biggest chip on their shoulders. We always talk about the Rays have the biggest chip. Nah, this year, it's the Marlins.
They made shirts.
Bottom feeders.
Yes. Legendary.
That's amazing. Oh, did you see the Aguilar video? Where he's like,
I did not see that.
Oh,
I just saw the shirt.
He's like, you know what I'm talking about, man? Yeah, I guess we're bottom feeders, but I'm going to catch a flight. So, it was nasty, dude. It was great.
How can you not root for that team with Dickerson, with Joyce, with Aguilar?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I like the Marlins. And I don't know. Don Mattingly's probably my all-time favorite player of my entire life.
Good pick.
Yeah, I just always loved that guy. I wish that he would have got a ring because I thought he deserved it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Imagine having that career and never posting a fucking ring while playing with the Yankees. That's unbelievable.
I don't remember he made it. I'm trying to remember. I used to know this guy's stats up and down, but I think he made it to the playoffs once or didn't make it or whatever. But then the thing that sucked is that he retired in 95, I think, and then they won the title the next year. And I was like, oh man, he couldn't hold on one more. But I know I think he might have had some back issues or something like that or whatever. But
wow, yeah, the only time he went to the postseason, you're right, it was in '95. Yeah, in the ALDS, and then the Mariners, unbeknownst to everybody, actually won a playoff.
Yeah,
series.
I remember that series because I was working in this mountain town in Colorado with some friends.
Oh shit!
And they were Seattle. They were one of my friends. One of my friends. They had lived in Seattle or grew up in Seattle or whatever, so they were Mariners fans. And then my other stupid friend just jumped on the bandwagon with him, just to drive me crazy. But oh my god, yeah, that was that Mariners team was ridiculous. That was Buhner, A-Rod, what was his name? Martinez,
Edgar Martinez.
Edgar Martinez, yeah. That team
Griffey was there. This Griffey.
Do you have Brett Boone?
Yeah, I think wasn't what's his name there? The pitcher. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah. The perfect game guy or no hitter guy.
You're talking about Moyer? No,
but he might have been there.
Was it Randy?
No, I mean no. Randy, I think I move on. Oh, maybe you're right. Randy actually might have been in.
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson might have been in that team. Yeah, the '95 team.
Yeah. I think so. Actually,
I think he was on that team. Yeah,
I think he pitched that clinching game like in the 7th inning or something. Like they just used him as a bullpen piece there. Yeah.
But that was it's good to see the Marlins like doing well. I don't know. Like the Braves, though, they're pitching. I'm not 100% sold on it, but they have some good bats. And then what? Isn't Hamels? He's out. Isn't he done for the?
Yeah. So it looks like they've got Fried in game 1, then Anderson and Wright. Like they're good young pitchers.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could say the same with the Marlins, but I don't know. There's something about the Marlins I really like this year.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to make it to the World Series, but who would have thought the Nationals were going to win the World Series?
Exactly.
Like, who saw that coming? And they go on a roll.
And it's not like the Marlins haven't. I mean, obviously not this generation of Marlins, but they've got two rings already. So
that's right.
And sometimes it takes just something special, some type of adversity to bring the team together. And what the Marlins did with COVID, and what the Nationals did last year with whatever they started with, Dave Martinez was on the hot seat before the All-Star break, and then if
everybody was on talk shows and radio, they were always saying like, "Oh, the countdown until Dave Martinez is fired, down to 8 days until he's fired." It's crap. Those people are crap. But
You guys think if Harper would have stayed, they still get that ring?
Ooh. There's something I don't like about Harper. Like,
I know you don't like Harper.
Look, he's a me guy. He's not a team guy. I think at the end of the day, like I don't think he would ever fit in a Rays clubhouse or locker room. Like,
no way.
And I look at it from that lens of like, would I want him meshing into my clubhouse? Like, of course, if I'm building a fantasy team and an all-star roster and playing a video game or something
there's
like
no,
that. Of course
there's no
but
chemistry there, right? There's no organic, clubhouse. Hey, how's your day going? Like, he just doesn't seem like the guy that. I mean, if Papelbon choked him in front of everybody,
yes,
that should kind of tell you, well, maybe not the best kind of guy. If somebody's legitimately choking you,
your teammate, yes,
on national
TVs.
TV. Yeah.
Well, maybe you're not such a great guy. I mean, I don't think, that's the first thing when you think of a great guy. And Papelbon either. I'm not putting Papelbon on a pedestal.
Right. He's no angel either. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I liked Harper. I like Harper. I like that he's brash, and I like that he'll speak up and things like that. I've always liked players like that. However, I don't think he's worth that contract. Not even nearly worth that contract. I've had him on. I've been following him for even closer since I started playing fantasy the last 4 or 5 years.
That's right. That's your name, Bryce Harper.
Yeah, Bryce Harper's hair.
That's true.
He does. Like I've only drafted him maybe once or twice in the last 4 or 5 years because he doesn't produce like the way like. And I'm very impatient with players. Like if you noticed, like my roster in and out a lot, and I'll keep.
You're like the Rays.
Yeah,
just making moves.
I keep a core of guys, but I do I don't want to give away all my secrets, but I pay attention to what's going on. And the thing with Harper is he was definitely one of my keepers this year. He did a good job, but the inconsistency with Harper is what drives me crazy. The brashness I love because I think he will be outspoken. He'll speak up. He defends his point. He defends baseball and the way that the young guys are coming up. However, it doesn't always be a good teammate.
There has to be a line. There has to be a line because I think, for example, I do like what you're saying about the brashness and the honesty and all that. I think that's 100% correct. But I do like it in the way that Tommy Pham seemed to do it with the team. Tommy Pham was like, yo, let's all get after it. And it's not about me, but it's all about a team. But he would just be on your ass. And I think that's a little bit different. Harper's like, yo, I'm just trying to get he's just like a bad character from, did you ever watch the movie Mr. 3000?
Yes.
He seems like that kid, that makes fun of Bernie Mac or whatever.
Yeah, the one that's riding him the whole time. Who was that?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but I appreciate what Bryce Harper, that people gravitate towards him and that he gets people talking about baseball. Same thing with Marcell Ozuna. He did the selfie thing after he hit that home run in the playoffs. I like that because people are actually talking about the game and bringing conversation what Tatis Jr. has done and everything like that. So, but I wouldn't necessarily want them on my Rays team, but I think it's great that you've got baseball needs more person. They need more Trevor Bauer guys that are going to have goofy sneakers and they're going to do the strut after they strike a guy out because, you got to find a way to get people talking about the games and everything like that, especially now with football season going on. Even myself, as big of a baseball guy as I am, we haven't had baseball for a couple of days, so I've been watching a lot of football. I mean, it's college football, NFL, and I'm still going to have one eye on it as I'm watching the playoffs. So you got to give me that splash factor, if you will. So
Did your Colts win?
They did. The Colts and the Bucks win, and they both covered. The Bucks were down 21-7.
Bro,
and they came back and won. Yes.
Awesome.
I was nervous. I put some shekels on the game. Both games,
actually.
Ooh, somebody's happy. Chase is happy. The Gators won.
Hey, Chase, how are you?
The Gators won. That's right. That was a good game. Chase sent us an email and said he believes the Rays will win in 4 games.
Chase, you've been
that.
You've been rarely wrong. I cannot have you be wrong now. Chase. I'm sorry. You're going to have to be right. Pull it as close as you've ever had. Please. So thank you. I'm great. And Melissa said that too. 4 games. So I'm digging the vibe here. Is that because we're going to go 3 straight after the Cole loss? I wouldn't really like that. I wouldn't like to be 0-1. I'd like to surprise them with the Cole. I want to hit them in their dignity, I want to kind of no, you don't get the Cole W. Now you're going to have to work for it.
So Ulysses, you want the Rays to go up 2-0. Okay, we'll give you a win against Charlie Morton, and then we come back and take game 4, go home, and
I'll take that.
I'll
take that. That's way better. Okay. I'll take the 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. Let's go. Do they play? Where is the ALCS being played? I haven't actually checked that.
I thought it was in San Diego, but I can't keep up with all the.
Are they going to LA? Are they going to Dodger Stadium for that?
Maybe that might be it. Yeah.
I thought it was LA, and then after that they would go to Arlington.
All right, I'm looking it up. Looking it up. Let me see.
So Carlos, I got to hear your and Melissa too, if you have them, your picks for the postseason. I think I know where you stand on the Rays and the Yankees, but the other series, we got to put this on the record.
Do you want to go first? Go ahead.
Which one? The NL.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she's looking. She needs to. I think she's looking at something.
I've been paying attention to the NL teams. I have to
So obviously, I'm going to go with the Rays, and I am going to keep with the A's. I think the A's are gonna pull it out.
Okay.
And then in the National League, I'm going to go with the Dodgers. But I think that'll be a tougher series than what it looks like. I think I was really surprised that San Diego came back because I watched both of those games and I was like, wow, man, I think I slept on St. Louis, man, because that's a veteran team. And they, and then they ended up, San Diego came back. I know I love what you guys said about the Marlins, and I would be ecstatic if they made it to the World Series. But I'm going to go ahead and I will keep my Braves pick. So I'm going to go Braves. I'm going to go Braves, Rays, A's, and Dodgers for the next round.
So you got an NLCS between the Braves and the Dodgers. That would be awesome if it wasn't COVID to go West Coast, East Coast, West. That would be great.
Yeah.
So Braves, Dodgers, and then you got on the other side, you have Rays against the A's. That's Moneyball right there. I love it.
Yes.
Good one.
And those games will be put at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
That's when those games will be broadcast. Yes.
It'll be like at like 1:30 on the Ocho.
They'll put it on ESPN 3. Online only.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. Did you see Chase goes, Tampa Bay and Oakland. Okay, so he agrees with you. And Dodgers and Marlins. Okay, so he'll take the Marlins over the Braves. Okay, Chase, I see you.
Good picks.
Melissa, you're next.
So, I am going to go Rays over I think it's going to end up being the Rays and the Astros, actually.
Okay.
Wow.
Rematch. Let's go.
I'm
the
not
Houston
gonna
Trash
like it,
Cans.
but I think that's what's going to happen. And
Okay.
then I'm going to go San Diego Marlins.
Oh, you're gonna with the upset.
I like that. I think
Does
you have to have
Melissa
at least
have
one
a
upset.
change up? Melissa's just like change up. Not giving you any fastballs down the middle.
But you know that the Astros, like they've got two good young pitchers.
Yeah.
I cannot remember their names now.
Urquidy and Valdez.
Valdez. Yeah. Because they were good this year. Like they ate up a lot of innings. They had, pretty decent run support. And then I remember I kind of kept up with them and I had them on my team for a little while and they were solid. They were solid pitchers. And I think the two of them are the ones that took out those first two games against the Cubs or whatever, or not the Cubs, the Twins. The other thing too is I hope Altuve doesn't find some sort of rhythm all of a sudden. It makes me this is a weird or a conspiracy theory here.
Okay.
But this is more like Judge and Stanton to me. So Judge and Stanton are hurt all year long, right? So shortened season, they're kind of still in it. They go in a huge slump, all that. But someone says, hey, let's try to ride it out. We'll still get in as the last seed because we haven't fallen that far behind, all that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden they turn it around and Judge comes back. And then so I'm just wondering, were these guys held out a little longer than necessary or
Maybe.
do they, were they legitimately hurt? I mean, they have a history, so it's not that far-fetched for me to believe that. But I wonder if maybe Boone and company were hey, we don't
Take
need
it as easy
them right now. Yeah.
Take it easy. Look, we're going to go to the playoffs. There's no way in hell we know. And if we sense that we are in danger, we'll activate you. Yeah, I like the conspiracy theory. I like that. I also don't want him to get hot, obviously, especially not now. But with the Astros, and I know that we didn't really get into this, Kevin, last week, because, why would we when we had games of our own? But, dude, I kind of said it, the AL Central is a joke. It's just they just let this team that was under 500 wake up. And you can't do that as the Twins, and you are in your own ballpark too. I mean, that's ridiculous. So, and then Carlos Correa, I don't know if you guys saw this, but he comes out saying, "What are you going to say about us now? We did this. We got a good team." It's well, that you were cheaters. That's what I'm going to say. That's what everybody's saying. You are cheaters. This doesn't negate anything that you did. We always knew you were talented. You were just talented cheaters too. There we are. I think we got cut off because of the 45-minute or something.
You guys back? Okay, good. I was like, no!
There we go.
I was like, it's not us again.
I know. I was worried it was us.
No, you're good.
We got no.
So
we got Chase. Hey, Chase.
Yeah, Chase. There you are.
Chase is like, what the hell, you guys?
What the hell? I just got in here, guys. Yeah. So, like I was saying, like, I don't dislike that theory about the Astros kind of stuff. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm scared actually because the A's is not like they looked incredible against the White Sox, right? I mean, they were the only AL team to need the 3 games. So
yeah,
I think that Carlos Correa has a lot of fucking nerve, like saying like, "Oh, but we like won at home. Like we're really good." Like, shut up, dude. Like, get out of here with that.
How do they not understand that this is not the way to get people's love back? To be pumped. Like,
we can win on our own.
Oh, look at that! Like every other fucking team ever.
Yeah, like you didn't legitimately win in the World Series, man. You guys cheated. But I guess CC Sabathia was pissed. I found a quote somewhere. Where
Yeah. He was like,
where he was like, get the fuck out of here with that. What are you talking about? You guys cheated. You didn't. This makes no difference. And I'm paraphrasing him, obviously, but yeah. I think he probably said that on his podcast.
That's right.
Yeah, Chase.
Fuck you, says Chase.
That sums it up right there. Yes. Period. That sums it up.
You forgot the period there, Chase. How impolite of you. How impolite. No, it would be scary. It would be scary, but wouldn't it be kind of nice though? To like,
I feel like it'd be
Yankees.
cool, like redemption.
You hit them in the ALCS and you cut them off before the World Series. Just show that you can beat the mammoths because the A's are not known as mammoths, right? They're always look kind of like the Rays. Oh, they're a good composed team.
Right.
They do their little play.
And they've struggled in the playoffs for so long. I think it would definitely be a better story if we're writing a story. Okay, you beat the Yankees. You beat the Astros, who cheated to beat you last year with the pitch keeping and everything like that. And then, maybe get through the Dodgers or you face the Dodgers. However that story works out, I think it definitely makes it more of an intriguing storyline aspect, if you're a writer, just for our sake, to kind of, revenge against Houston. That would be nice, certainly.
That would be nice.
And revenge against Chapman and the Yankees, although we took the series, season series 8-2 there. So
that would be nice.
I don't know. There's something that I think I said this there, like the A's are the West Coast Rays for me, but there's something that I like about that team. I guess it's the same, like I said, the same obstacles that we go through here in Tampa, or, with Tampa, that they go through in Oakland is the same thing. Like for me, it's like, there's all of that adversity that they go through is I love to see that they do that. So, and plus that those two teams do not like each other. So they are definitely going to
imagine Mike Fiers pitching in the decisive game against the Houston Astros. Whenever he pitches, that's going to be must watch TV. And I kind of hate that it's going to probably be like late, right? Like 10 p.m. or something. Have they set the times? I know for the race will be 8, 8, 7, 7, 7.
Yeah, let me check it here. We know we can thank the Yankees for having all primetime games.
No kidding. Like I said, we'd be on the Ocho.
For real.
They're getting the 4:30 slot.
Oh yeah, 4:30, 3:30. 3:30. Oh my gosh, you're right, Melissa. Yeah.
So they got all the afternoon games?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the ones that get
fucking pissed. I'll tell you that much because I cannot work and watch. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's difficult.
5 days in a row, I'd have to get seriously sick or something so I could watch. So
Kevin knows this. The way my room is set up, like I have the TV in front of me. sometimes when it has to happen, I just kind of like switch the TV like a little bit to the air. So like I have my 2 monitors and I'm like fucking calling or whatever.
Yeah.
Like she's just fucking muting it, and I'm like, Dwayne, what the fuck is Dwayne saying? You know?
I started watching. Okay,
everybody wants to talk to you.
Yeah.
People you haven't heard from in like a week, they want to call you like right then, and it's rude.
Yeah, I was watching. So game 2, I think I probably had a more unique setup than Ulysses did for game 2 of the wild card game. I was in a Starbucks parking lot, stealing their Wi-Fi, watching the game on my iPad. I didn't realize that I couldn't. I didn't know if it was one of those where I was allowed to go in and sit. And then I drove around front because I actually was going to get like a carryout order. And then I said, oh, inside is open for business. Like, okay, I'll just go inside, watch the game, get my coffee, and have my work set up on my laptop. And I was kind of double teaming it there. But the start, I was like, I do not want to miss the first couple innings here.
Yeah.
And it turned out those were the most important innings. That's where everything happened. So, you know.
So you were in the parking lot? You didn't tell me this. Oh my God.
Yeah, I did not reveal that on the podcast. That would have been good. For sure. Well, here's the thing. So I had
that was Rays Unfiltered, you know, in your head. Okay, I gotcha.
So I had a adult softball game, and I didn't want to get caught in rush hour traffic because the game was at 7. So I was like, I want to leave early, get a head start, and I want to try to catch as much of this Rays game as I can. So like I head out early, and I was like, okay, I'll just pull into Starbucks and see if I can, because my laptop was charged. So I was I had a lot of things going on in my car. Let me just put it that way.
You always do. You always do.
I know, but it worked out. I was able to watch the home runs and the Renfro's and Nino show, and get to see Ulysses get his tattoo and everything like that. So it's gonna happen, buddy. If the Rays win the World Series, will you get us a Nino tattoo?
Oh my God!
That right on the chest.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or a Rays tattoo. Would you get a Rays tattoo? If they
that's what Sky said. She was like, why don't you just, do the Devil Ray, the cool Devil, like this one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
or 98ers?
There he is. I like it. Carlos and I were on the same vibe. Yeah, I was thinking like, maybe, I don't know. I already have one, but I don't know. It's been a while.
I think you have to do it.
I think Chase is also representing over there. That's nice.
Look, there we go.
But with the Rays.
Chase also has a great story about the pot, regarding his book. Okay, we'll have to check that out too. Yeah, I just want Ulysses to get a tattoo, some sort of tattoo, Rays related tattoo.
It's been a while.
You can get a Cafecito tattoo if you want. I don't care. In a Cubs uniform. No, in an alternate site uniform. There we go.
There you go. In the Cubs alternate site. Nice. Okay, so I checked that. ALCS will be in San Diego. So they will stay in that ballpark, which, hey, great for the Rays if and when they get through the Yankees, because then they'll have an advantage on both the Astros, I would think, and or the A's.
That's true. Stay classy, San Diego.
That's right.
I got to work that line in.
Dude, yes.
Oh my God, how many times are we going to hear that? I'm sure
tomorrow will be the first one.
Yes.
Do we know Anderson is not calling that game because just
BA would
just drop it every 2 minutes like Cobra Kai. Yeah.
Yes.
Do we know who's calling? I guess the games are. I wanted to know who the broadcast crew is.
I think they're on. Is it TNT?
No, it's on TBS.
TBS. Oh man, we're gonna get Ron Darling again, and what's his name? Jimmy Rollins. Oh my goodness.
We had Smoltz. No. We had we had Smoltz for the Saturday game. Yeah, Melissa's right. Smoltz for the Saturday game, and then we had Jimmy Rollins and the guy that used to do the Marlins play-by-play. What's his name, Kevin?
Rich Waltz, guy awoken from the dead. He looked like Beetlejuice on the broadcast.
I didn't know his face. I didn't watch his face in game 1, but on game 2 they showed his face. Oh my God, you are right, Beetlejuice, bro.
They put so much makeup on. They just caked it on him.
Why? And then you could see like the outline, like the neck.
But okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, because the game 1 guy, to me, he sounded like Ron Darling. Because if you ever watch those TBS games like on a Saturday afternoon or whatever, and he'll be on there, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall asleep. Like, I mean, I know like a lot of people like were on Twitter were like, oh, why can't they do the locals and all that? I'm like, there's so many contractual obligations.
Oh yeah.
They have that predetermined like years in advance.
I know.
Who's gonna do what and everything.
It's such a shame, with the contract thing, because wouldn't it be nice as a Rays fan and obviously as a Yankee fan too, to have. Although obviously less as a Yankee fan because you usually get the national guys know already about your team. Maybe not as much as Michael Kay and company, but whatever. Like if you would have just get there a couple innings of Brian Anderson commentating or throughout the game, I don't know. I think that would be great. Especially if they're the umbrella company, right? Because Sun Sports is under Fox. So if Fox were to do it, I know TBS is different than Fox, but FS1.
TBS is Turner, yeah.
It's the same shit, right? FS1 is Fox.
So what? I can't remember who has what. Doesn't Fox have the American League, and I think TBS still has National League for the CSs. I think.
The CS, I got it. The CS is TBS. ALCS is TBS still. Oh my gosh, we're always going to be on TBS.
Yeah, we're going to be on TBS. Yeah.
And then NLCS is Fox or FS1. And then let me see the World Series real quick.
World Series
Fox.
Yeah.
That means we get Joe Buck.
Le Buck. Le Joe Buck.
I don't
Brandon Lowe.
Brendan Lowe.
That.
What if he switches it out? Nate Lau.
Yeah.
Nate Lau and Brendan Lowe.
Yeah.
That's great, Joe. There he is. He's representing Chase.
I don't dislike Buck as much as I used to, but I'm sure after 2 innings it'll all come back.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, it'll come back. It'll come back for sure. We got 7 minutes here left. I just want to... Okay, we've done the draw, which I wanted to get through. I wanted to get your views on Snell starting one instead of Morton and all that. Meadows, is he on the lineup tomorrow? Yes or no? Melissa, Carlos, Chase. Is Meadows in the lineup tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so
either.
Okay, so we're missing him. Chase, Meadows in the lineup? Yes or no? No.
I don't think he's in the starting lineup. I think maybe as a bench spot, although they're going to carry so many pitchers, I don't know if they even.
Yeah, I mean, they said 13 or 14, so then that even gives you 14 or 15. I don't know, man. That's a lot. 28-man rosters are the shit. I love it.
Look, the bigger the roster, the better for the Rays. It only works in their favor.
Yes.
Like a team that uses 9 lefties to start a game, like they want, if they could do 35-man rosters, they would take it. Every little advantage that they could get from that, they would take for sure.
And we've said that so many times, right? Like, the Rays don't have the top heavy rosters, but the problem is that if you go in any other team, number 5 to 25 in the roster, or 28 in this case, there is a definite change in level in production. With the Rays, you can just, you lose Ji-Man Choi, who's basically your starting first baseman, and then you put Nate Lowe, and you get, if not the same production, maybe even better. So, the plug and play is so great with the Rays. So, I don't know, man. I'm feeling really good about this series and less nervous than what I thought I would be with fucking 22 hours left until first pitch. But, you never know. It's not tomorrow. So tomorrow I might be a little bit more shaky than today.
Let's just hope we don't have a 4-hour, 50-minute game with 76 minutes of rain delays. That would be nice.
No.
Yes.
That would be ideal.
I'll fall asleep. I won't make it. I won't make it.
Yeah,
I'll wake up in the middle of the night and check my phone.
Might have to nap it for like an hour and then get up with an alarm. Yeah, I won't do it. Chase says, will Cole start 2 games? Well, I
think they would. They didn't give this guy $324 million to pitch once in an ALDS. They want him. They wanted. I don't want to say wear out that arm, but they want to maximize the value they can from that arm. They would take a Garrett Cole on short rest versus whoever their number 5 is. I don't know. Jordan Montgomery. Right. I don't even know who their 4 and 5 is. So
I'm glad you said their number 5 guy, Kevin, because I think what Chase wants to actually say is, and Chase, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but will they do it on a game 4 with 3 days rest?
Wow.
2 days rest.
Ooh. Wow.
do the old CC Sabathia with the Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I mean, because yeah, 324 million. Okay, 3 days rest. But 2 days rest? Are you gonna do that for the $300 million man? Is that pushing it too much? I think the fans would say, "Fuck yeah, put my guy in, put Cole. Let's do it."
Whatever it takes.
Do whatever it takes. But when you're the training staff, when you're the Steinbrenners and you're Cashman and you're essentially Boone, you're like, do I really want to do that?
Their fans are so rational that they would be like, yeah, put him in for a second game. The next year he's out with like fucking Tommy John surgery or something. They're like, oh, we won or whatever. Like, they don't care.
I feel like the Yankees would have been better off just signing Dallas Keuchel and Zach Wheeler. And they still would have saved like $125 million if they had just signed those 2 guys.
100%. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. So
I don't need to get the big ticket.
I just don't see. I don't see the logic. It's our dog Sammy. If you hear him in the background.
Oh, Sammy. Okay, so we got Sammy for Raise Unfiltered, and we got Perry for Locked On. Okay, I see it.
I'm never going to understand that logic. These are people that are supposed to be more educated than all of us, more knowledgeable than all of us, Harvard MBAs, all this stuff. And you don't see that you never get that return on investment. I mean, at least not on the field. I mean, obviously they're going to sell shirts and jerseys and jerseys and hats and tickets and all that. But I look at it like, the bottom line, you want your team winning a World Series. You want to brag about it. You want to say all that stuff, but you're not saying that. And then the next thing you know, you turn around. The first thing that an anti-Yankee fan is going to be like, you guys spent all that money on there and blah, blah, blah. Then the smarter Yankee fans, which that's a loose term there, they're going to be saying, well, what the hell are they doing? Why are they spending all this money and this guy hasn't won shit and all this stuff? Because I've heard it and I've been one of those ones that said it. So, it's like it just doesn't make any sense. But then we've got like regular civilians, like us, like
that's saying, hey,
run a team. Shit.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I love when me and Kevin do that little segment of GM for a day because it's really fun to play. Everybody wants to be GM. It's the best goddamn job.
The promotional ideas alone are always so good.
Yeah. Definitely.
What I think is a great a great kind of barometer to leave it on this. So, and this was from John Romano, the Tampa Bay Times. He put out Minnesota, of course, signed Josh Donaldson to play third base for $21 million this season. Donaldson and his backups finished with a .230 batting average with 8 homers and 23 RBI. The Rays, meanwhile, had 4 different players start at least 8 games at third base and got a .291 batting average with 7 home runs and 20 RBI out of the position. Those 4 players combined to make $6.7 million in salary. That's how they do it.
Is insane.
More production for a third of the cost.
Mm-hmm.
It's just being smart. Put them in positions to succeed, right? You're not going to run Joey Wendell there all the time. When is Joey Wendell going to succeed? Against this type of pitcher, put him there. Oh, Yandy, against this type of pitcher, boom, perfect platoon. Oh, guess what? Brousseau's there. Oh, and he's smashing. Put him in there. Give Joey Wendell a break or Yandy. It's great. It's fantastic. We won't tell you our picks until you hear tomorrow's pod, but I gotta say, some people here, and I won't say who, have inspired me for my takes for tomorrow.
Likewise.
I want to cause a little bit of I'm going to light the fire and let Kevin go with my picks.
Bold picks.
Yeah. So, no, that'll be fun. Again, Chase, thank you so much for joining. Melissa, Carlos, thank you so much.
Good to see everybody. Happy anniversary, Chase. I saw that on when you joined in.
Awesome.
So.
Happy anniversary. Oh, my God. He says his brother is a Yankees fan. Ooh.
Yeah. We have to change that.
Zoom. Yeah,
we have to change that,
buddy. Don't worry about that. All right. Well, take care, everybody. I hope you enjoy the pod tomorrow, and raise up. We'll all be on the Twitter, okay, tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Good one.